to be or not to be.
Welcome to the Actor's Dungeon. Episode 6 actually comes after a lengthy hiatus for us. The previous episodes were all actually recorded in 2022, and just as we were about to return from our holidays, the OLG fiasco happened. After a lengthy discussion, we decided to port our game over to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, like I'm sure many of you also have. We had to extend our hiatus to retool some of the specifics, but in that time, I'm happy to say we settled on a format for the series, which now includes our performance judge and our gameplay judge, who score our heroes at the end of each session and impact what kinds of spoils the players receive. There are still some things here and there that we are trying to improve, so please leave your thoughts in the comments. Now, without further ado, I am pleased to welcome you all to this next phase of the Actor's Dungeon with tonight's episode. We're back on a boat. Alright, and just gonna give a quick, please, everybody, starting with Curtis Cooper, please introduce yourselves to Shauna and Bonnie, please.
Hello and welcome to our esteemed judges and guests. I'm Curtis Cooper. I will be the understudy and your DJ for today.
Charlie.
Hello, name is Charlie Down. I'll be playing the character Eredin Khalad.
Kurt.
Hi there, my name is Kurt Combrink, and I play the character Blast the Ass.
Ryan.
Hi, I'm Ryan Geyser, and I'm the Mac, the little lovable kobold.
Alexander.
Yo, what's good? I'm Alexander V. Cantrell, and I will be playing Alexander, the Traveling or the Smiling Nomad.
Alrighty, and Shauna is our performance judge tonight, so she will be grading you based on character performance, how well you stay in character, and remember, if you need to ask a mechanical question, make that dramatic pause. Otherwise, you may be docked points. Shauna, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, I'm Shauna, and I am a voice actor / mom / do-it-all / here I am / let's have a good show.
Alright, that's a lot of slashes. And as our gameplay judge, we have Bonnie Devine. And so the gameplay judge will be looking at how you use the mechanics of Pathfinder and how you play up your weapons and the attributes and abilities of your character. Bonnie, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Bonnie. I am not a voice actor. I am just a big nerd who plays a lot of RPG, so I'm excited.
Thank you so much. All right, and without further ado, let us begin. As you all remember, in our previous session, the Pirate King Peaches has been returned to his post, and his traitorous aide has been wrung for information about Ironhold. It seems the king's vessels have increased patrols, and the seas are quickly becoming property of Ironhold. Without the slave trade attracting black market merchants, Sinker's Wharf no longer has the deterring factor it once did to hold off the king's ships. Nevertheless, Peach's steely resolve keeps the wharf optimistic. While you have made an enemy of the Black Marauders and the Yerkstora, you now have friends amongst Peaches and his pirate crew. After a couple days' respite, your ship has been repaired, your supplies restocked, and a few new members have been added to your crew. There is, for example, Selena the Centaur. She was rescued from the Red Fox and has revealed herself quite a capable cleric. In repayment for passage along your vessel, she offers services as a healer and a potion maker. So we now come to our cast, who is on board the Urchin, setting sail from Sinker's Wharf out into the great unknown. Phelan, unfortunately, has come down with something and has to Under Selena's guidance, it is recommended that she stay below deck and in bed where nobody can see her. Thus, Phelan will not be performing with us tonight. The seas rock. The clouds above seem a little dark. There may be a storm on the horizon. Our adventurers are above deck, waving goodbye to the fair and friendly pirates who bid them farewell from Sinker's Wharf.
Man, those guys do no evil.
Yeah. Does anybody else see how much Phelan, let out of her guts?
I'm gonna bring you some rat stew later.
Yeah.
No, I think that was what came out of her. Stop feeding her weird things.
No, she loved this shit, the whole thing, and then the plant died.
No, boy. Wow.
All right. And as everybody gets their sea legs back, remembering how rough the seas can get once the ship has left a safe port, it occurs to you all that you have not acquainted yourselves with too many members of the new crew. As Selena approaches, she has with her a map, and she smiles. So, where is it that we're going?
That's a very good question.
One moment.
Weren't we all going to meet a king or something before we got kidnapped?
I thought we were on a trail for someplace far off about some metal.
The concussions the orcs gave me affected my memory a little bit.
I will say being knocked out and taken as a slave was quite a detour.
Yeah.
Well, right now, we're coming from Sinker's Wharf, and she fumbles a little bit and tries her best to keep the map steady. The closest place is Lido's Island. That's a friendly farming community, and then there's Bronze Bluff, and then Iron Reach. Things are getting a little bit hectic. I eventually need to go to Ironhold, but it is a dangerous trip out there. Anything beyond, you see she's scrutinizing the map. Sorry, I found this in the old captain's study. He calls this area Pirate's Play, and it's apparently very friendly to, this ship. Everything beyond that is where things get very difficult in the Pirate's Warning area, and then between these two areas known as the Deep and Ironhold, there's just a bunch of skulls and crossbones, and either there's a lot of pirates there, or it's certain death. I'm not sure.
To the skull and crossbones!
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to
with
go to
him.
the deep. I like the look of that lizard. He looks friendly.
Yeah. Most of the time when they sit there and say to stay out, it's because they got a lot of treasure there.
All right.
And teeth.
Hey, I don't get it. Why is there something called the Moving Island on here? How can you put that on the map? Doesn't it have to keep it changing?
I didn't make the map. I just found it.
Maybe it only moves in certain areas.
Maybe it's a magic map. Burn it. Find out.
We're setting course for Ironhold. Judging by the compass...
Mac, I have to protest. While you are on the ship, could you possibly refrain from burning anything?
Yes, please.
The ship is, in fact, made of wood.
But we are surrounded by water, Aridin. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and the water will put the fire out eventually.
All right. So by my calculations, if we have fair days like this, we should be there in a little less than 8 days. However, things at sea never tend to go fairly, so I would budget for a trip of 10 days, and that includes a couple of bad weather days. Yeah, so if anybody needs me, I'll be in my room. And she clops off and away.
Okay, so we're off to Ironhold. As long
Thank
as we
you.
avoid any fire or thrown barrels or rat soup, we should be fine.
But those are all my favorite things.
I throw a barrel one time.
Yes, and we will never let you forget it. Ever.
All right.
Hey, we got food, right?
I'd imagine so. Wasn't someone supposed to stock before we left?
I mean, I got my rats, but apparently someone doesn't want to eat the rats.
Did you see how far it went out of her mouth?
Yeah, like that had some distance. I don't think I've ever seen an orc puke that hard before. It's also how you got to cook them. You got to boil them first before you put them over the fire.
But the
Cinders them
wriggling
up.
adds to the taste.
No, it does not, actually, at all, in any capacity. Please stop.
So, as you were all thinking about the food situation, it occurs to you that, apart from Selena, maybe you ought to get to meet the other members of the crew. And for this, we are going to go into our first improv challenge of the night. A little bit of character work from our cast. So, Eridan, you go and introduce yourself to the main bosuns, the 4 strapping individuals who are working the sails. The bosuns will be played by Alexander, Ryan, Kurt, and Curtis. So, Charlie, please introduce yourself to the bosuns and ask what they are and how they plan to keep the ship steady.
Anything to get away from that kobold. Hello.
I miss you.
Hi.
There it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fancy shield you got there.
Thank you. Just making myself a little bit more familiar with the ship. This is only about the 3rd time I've been on one. Well, 2nd time voluntarily.
It's right. I make you team on the ship. It's so much. Come on. Everything funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen to him. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
That's right.
Call
I don't know where I am right now.
So,
Well,
what you need to know.
Well, just what you're doing, if there's anything I can do to help, that sort of thing.
Help you. All right, go and get rope. Just get started working. Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell my grandchildren to mail me more? I miss them.
Sure.
Don't listen to me. I make more sense. You know, you're going to tell me about it.
You don't say.
I do indeed. I do say sometimes, but I'm going to need to go out with somebody. But you know, ain't that right?
As far as I know, I don't
That's
have
exactly what I was
anything
thinking.
for you quite right yet. But if anything needs patching up, I'll make sure to let you know.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, this music box is in good hands.
I like. Sorry, by the way, what's your name?
Eridan Khalad.
Oh.
Eridan Khalad.
Yeah.
I knew a Khalad once. Yeah, he was a good man. Got blown into 1,000,000 pieces by a cannonball. It was. I don't think I've ever seen a skull fly that high in the air before.
Hopefully you got a bit luck there, you know,
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I'm sorry. Dramatic pause. Has anyone ever spoken to a Newfoundlander?
I think I have now.
Alexander,
I'm getting Boomhauer vibes.
You are You are basically a Newfoundlander. I swear to God.
I was getting Boomhauer vibes too, but the accent is Newfoundland. So Newfoundland Boomhauer.
It's like having the hey there, boy, oh there now, so there, take it all off, survivor. It's like Jesus Lord, that's English. That is actually Canadian English. Okay, continue.
And Eridan, as you realize, you've got pretty much all you can get from these fine fellows, but you do want to know their names just in case you need to address them again in the heat of combat.
Do I?
Yes.
I should probably get going. And you know what? Terribly rude of me. I introduced myself and didn't get your names.
I'm spitting it.
I'm Humper.
My name has not been spoken since the age of the dragons.
Don't listen to him, like I say, he don't make much sense, but you know, I'm fit.
Yeah.
Call me Peggy.
My name is Biff.
Biff.
Yes.
Biff and Peg. That's what call us. What?
All right then.
Well,
Thank
anyway,
you
nice
so
to meet
much,
you,
Biff.
Eridan. I'll
Nice
drown.
to
I'm
meet
going
you.
to get shot and blown up by a million pieces by a piece of cannonball or something, you know.
Quite happy to help.
And with
I
that,
don't know if
Eridan...
Don't know if it's osmosis or not, but I'm starting to understand that.
Eridan sees that the pirate crew is just as random and eclectic as you could expect from some collective found at Sinker's Wharf that he got for free. And moving on, Vlas, considering how much you love firepower, you decide to go and check out the Cannoneers. And so, another 4 gentlemen, played by Ryan, Alexander, Charlie, and myself. And one thing, Kurt, please don't forget to ask them their names.
Yes.
All right. Who do I need to talk to about more firepower to carry around?
Do not step there.
Why?
You're standing on fuse.
Why is there a fuse in the floor?
Well,
Because I
where else would
dropped
you
it.
put it?
Lift foot.
All right, here we go. Thank you. Wait, is that lit?
Yeah, that's good.
Why is it lit?
How else would you test to see if it is working?
Oh, okay.
He's an half-orc, isn't he? The half-orc is talking to us. I don't understand what he's talking
No, yes, there is actually half-orc talk. You are not hallucinating. It is fine. Have drink of
What?
water.
Are you guys talking?
No one's talking. Everything is fine. Go back to just polished cannon.
Alright.
The actual cannon.
Tell him I was actually talking to him.
What does he polish? Why do you have to clarify the actual cannon?
He is old and gets confused easily, but there is.
He's got
there
a
is
great
none
big.
better.
He's got a great big member down there, doesn't he?
What? You talking about me?
No,
We are putting him in a home soon.
he wanted.
What? We're almost home? What?
Yes, please. Calm yourself. We will be home soon, and then you will get the funny medicines, yeah? The funny colors. You love the
I don't know
colors.
if the medicine is going to actually help, because medicine often hinders the taker of the medication in the first place.
Oh, you get the funny medicines too, yeah? Yeah.
I know this, but he does not know this. He is old. He is on his way out. At this point, anything that makes his quality of life better is good.
Is there any of that medicine laying around?
No, there is
Oh,
not.
yes,
What?
everywhere. It's what we use to light the cannon.
No, hey, don't.
It has
That's-
flint in it, because flint is good for the bones.
It is not good for the. Who tells you these things?
What? Okay. Anyways, look,
I know,
I'm
Ma.
just. So, why are you so surprised that a half orc is talking to you?
Well, because
Mainly-
you guys generally, we heard it, that you guys can't swim. Is it true?
Yes, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And so you chose to get out here on a ship even though you can't swim. That's a strange thing, man.
It is very strange. I do not trust you.
Well, I welcome you to try and act on that mistrust.
Hey,
You understand that we have cannons.
Wait. Let's not aggravate the situation instead. Let's do this.
I can strap you to one of those cannons and throw it over the ship.
Whoa, that's really aggressive, man. Hey, why don't we cool
This
down?
escalated very quickly.
Yes, it did. Whoa, hey, calm down. Let's do this instead. What's your name, half-orc?
Blast.
Bless. Yeah,
The ass.
one syllable. Correct.
Blast the ass. Would you like to find out why?
No. I do not
What are
think-
your
I do not
What are
think
your
that-
names?
I am Vasily.
Vasily.
You say the ass?
Yeah.
Blast the ass blaster, yeah.
No, not S blaster, just S.
What, we blasting?
No.
Yes,
God,
blast the cannons,
No!
blast.
Stop.
All
you-
right.
No.
Okay.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
My name is
Your name is
It's,
No,
it's pronounced Saw.
Sa. Okay,
No.
Sa.
You're still.
You're saying it's too much in the back of the. More like a sigh, like a sigh.
Yeah, it says you see,
More
Sa.
H, less.
from the Whispering Isle. There's Saw.
Yes, it is like
You're still overemphasizing, but you're getting it.
He's getting closer and closer, and I'm proud of him. Let's give
This
him
is
a
the accent. It makes it hard.
He has made great progress.
Indeed.
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to need more of this. What about you other two?
Oh, my name is Cola Drinking Da.
Cola drinking,
No, it's one word. Cola Drinking Da.
Colin drinking,
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to be yelling that in the middle of battle.
It's
What
okay.
about-
You can call me Blast too, if that is helpful.
Yeah. What about you?
What's the question?
What's your name, old timer?
What?
No,
It doesn't help to get louder. He still won't hear you.
Actually,
I've worked with cannons. I've been working with cannons for 40 years. I can't hear a damn thing. You gotta speak right into my good ear. Wait.
He's a war veteran. The cannons make him cry.
What's your name, old timer?
Tim.
Tim. So the guy who has the easiest name, I'll be the easiest to yell out, will be the one that can't hear me whenever I'm laying on the floor bleeding to death.
Isn't it the
All
way
right.
it goes?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's been lovely talking to you guys, but I think I'm going to go back up there and yeah. Anyways, you guys have fun.
Still can't believe there's a half-orc on board.
It is very
Yep.
upsetting.
It is.
Eridan, you were right. I shouldn't try and talk to new people.
And with that, Vlas saunters back to the main section of the ship, leaving the cannoneers to do their weird things. Now, there are two more miscellaneous crew, and I'm going to call on Shauna. Please grab somebody at random who you would like to be one additional miscellaneous crew, and then Bonnie, you will go next.
Charlie.
Okay.
So, Charlie, your crewman walks up to a random member of the party.
Excuse me, gnome person. Say hello. Hi. I'm just wondering, there is a perpetual smile that is creasing your face in a very pleasant manner, and I was hoping that you could potentially teach other people how to do that because it's very it's uplifting. It is uplifting to have a positive attitude, and this ship is depressing a lot. So I was hoping maybe we could set up maybe like a group therapy session with some of the more hardened veterans. I suspect the bosuns and the cannoneers have some sort of rivalry that dates back through the ages, probably to has something to do with the replacing of the mast and the incident of 74. I can't actually verify this. It's just a theory. So I was wondering if you in your very pleasant demeanor would help facilitate, perhaps being an intermediary, as it were, and help, because a crew that does not want to secretly murder each other in their sleep tends to last longer at sea. What say you, sir?
There's an old story my master used to tell me. A farmer had a son. Everyone around them said, "Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Excellent, excellent. Glad for you." And he said, "Maybe." Later in life, that son was drafted to the army, and he got an army stipend. Everyone in the village says, "Very good, very good. Good for you, good for you." Maybe. Later, his son hurt himself while farming just before he was going off to war. And everyone says, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear, so sorry to hear." And the man said, "Maybe." The farmer's son ended up living through the war, even after the whole battalion that he would have gone to had been slaughtered. People heard the news and came to the farmer and said, "Oh, good for you, good for you. Your son avoided death." He said, "Maybe." While his son with a broken leg was still at home, he ran off and found a wife and got married. And everyone came and congratulated the farmer. "Good, good, good for you."
As you should.
And the farmer said, "Maybe." Turns out the woman that his son had dated or married at this point ended up stealing all of his money and leaving him. Everyone heard and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." The farmer looked at them and said, "Maybe." Do you understand me?
So I think what you're trying to tell me is that by telling an obscure story that will make them think about something for weeks on end, they will cease, in fact, to think about their own animosities. Oh, that's good.
Maybe.
All right, I gotta go back to doing my job, which is actually I should probably go do that. Thank you very much for your time. Your name, sir?
Alexander.
Lysander. I like that name. Just call me Bootstrap, and I will bid you a cheery bye.
Enjoy your job, Bootstrap.
All right, and as Bootstrap goes back to whatever he was doing, Bonnie, please call on another cast member to introduce another random crew member.
Ryan.
Ryan, so your random crew member walks up to another member of the party.
Hey, Mr. Half-Orc, I have news for you.
Yeah.
So, I understand you're probably trying to open a business, and I understand that can be very daunting for someone like you, but I'm here to help you.
Go on.
So my name is Nathan Fielder, and I'm here to help you grow your business into something that you can be proud of. Now, first off, it would help me if you explain what your business is.
Wait, how business? I rob people.
Okay, we're off to a great start. Now, I think I have an idea to save your business. What we're going to do is we're going to have you give charities to a front.
Charities.
Yes.
I am a charity.
Well, have you given to any kids recently? Are you scared of kids?
I mean,
Are you frightened by them?
I mean, I gave
Is
it
that
up.
why you don't donate?
Wait, how did
Clearly,
we
he
hire?
loves my idea, so we should move on with it. Now, I'm gonna have to dedicate a lot of time to this, which I hope you can do too. So, do you have like a girlfriend or anything?
Girlfriend. Well, there was that one thing. Did we hire you?
Yeah, I'm the treasurer.
The treasurer. Okay.
I'm also your favorite business consultant.
Favorite business consultant. Okay. I'm just who said I was trying to start a business?
So anyway, clearly you love my business idea, and we should move on with getting those front charities set up. I'm going to go hire a ghostwriter. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope to talk to you again soon. Goodbye.
What just happened? What just happened?
And as Vlas the Ass scratches his head, wondering what exactly happened, Skip, from your place at the helm, you see the swells. The swells coming at you are going to be somewhat more challenging now, and there's the telltale feel of rain now on the ocean spray. Dramatic pause. I picked a moment where poor Curtis had just taken off his headphones and I did not see that, so I apologize. For Curtis's sake, I will continue on. So, thank you all for making ocean noises. Resume. You were all noticing the ship is beginning to rock. Skip seems to be doing his best at the helm to maintain a steady course, but the swells are now yielding to whitecaps, and the sky is beginning to darken.
I need to put that down.
And suddenly, as a big blast of wind rips over the ship, a couple of the bosuns fall to the ground as the ropes are ripped from their hands.
Ow.
Hey, what do you do? If I only wasn't getting annoyed.
Where'd
The bosuns require help. Vlas, you are standing nearby, and Eridan.
Yep.
Maybe give me an athletics check to see if you were able to grab these wily guy wires.
Oh, you seem like a fit, strong lad. Can you please roll high on this?
Yes, I'm trying to right now. I'm just, for some reason, my
athletics.
Yep.
Eridan, it takes a little bit of jumping, but after you are able to snag one of the stray ropes and keep it firmly in the bosun's grasp, or return it firmly to the bosun's grasp.
Oh, yay, I can let go now.
Vlas, the rope seems to be swinging to and fro, caught in a rogue wind. It's giving you a hard time trying to get it.
All right, and athletic. No, wait. Okay, and
After come on, no. After hit ruining one.
here we go. There we go. And
Vlas, you time it out for a moment and grab the rope as it's flailing around in the wind. You firmly get the sails back under control.
Yeah, where no, you know. Yeah.
what'd he say?
Honestly,
said-
I don't quite know anymore.
He said, "Good job." Yeah. Okay.
Who are you again?
Oh, God.
And Skip manages to get the boat under control, keeping it within the swells to minimize the rocking of the ship. But you all prepare for what is going to be a difficult voyage. Lunch,
Yes.
unfortunately, may have to wait.
This is only going to get worse.
I was in the middle of my rats.
I don't think the storm cares.
You better. I cooked these really good.
Well, if you could make the storm go away, then that...
Don't
Stop!
give him that. Do not
Fuck
give him
off! I'm
that.
eating rats!
Oh, God, don't remind me. I can smell you from here.
That's the smell of sexiness.
It's a nice story, Mac, also.
That's
Yeah.
good.
The afternoon wanes on into early evening, and as the sun goes down, the crew seems to be busy about the deck, keeping everything under control. Things get a little hectic, and our adventuring party is forced down below deck, where they will be out of the way, so the crewmen can do their work. Everybody gathers down below, enjoying a rather basic meal of what you hope isn't rat.
You'll never
But it
know.
is a bit of an unpleasant stew. Selena exits the room where Phelan has been resting. You can see her holding her nose. Ooh, she's not doing well. Is this
Getting any
large
better at all?
centaur doesn't pull up a chair, but just sits her lower half down and leans in at the table.
She getting any better at all?
Oh, yes, it's just a mixture of food poisoning and seasickness. I mean, it just needs to literally
Better before it gets
pass
worse.
through her system.
Good.
No fever or anything like that. It's just, bed rest.
Hope she rides it well.
Anybody remember to
As
strap
good
her
as it will
down?
be on this ship, of course.
Actually, quick dramatic pause. Skip, you actually won't be below deck. You are not in this scene.
Ah, right, of course. Sorry. Trying to
Yeah,
multitask.
get out of here.
It's all good.
You're,
Come back upstairs.
you're driving.
Talk to me
Who's
that way.
steering the ship?
Nosferatu.
and resume. Yeah, who made this soup? It's made of... Yeah, I don't want it. And she just kind of pushes it away.
That was my
Yeah.
second helping.
I've been eating my own rations
Yeah,
to avoid it, so...
I've been eating these pills that the cannon guys gave me. It's they're not bad.
Yeah, that's probably
Those
not a
are
good
fruit
idea.
gummies.
I believe those are bullets. Blast.
Oh, yeah, still.
Who wants the seasick tummy medicine?
I'm good.
It comes in 3 different colors. It's very pretty. It's like the colors of the rainbow.
I don't like
If the
those
rainbow only
guys.
has 3 colors.
I honestly, I don't much care for any of this crew, if I'm completely honest.
You should go talk to the Cannon guys. They're a buttload of fun. You'll like them.
So what's
that why you're
everybody's
eating
plan once we get to Ironhold? I don't mean to be that person, but
Well, we were all planning on. I think at one point or another we were all going to Ironhold as a diplomatic attaché, and then we were kind of absconded with, enslaved, and brought here. So I personally want to find the person responsible and feed him his own spleen.
Oh, that's nice.
Other than
I'll
that, I
use my
really have no
dagger.
plans.
I'll use my dagger to cut it out for you.
Oh, thank you.
You
Appreciate
think
that.
he'll share? I want a bite.
Well, someone probably sold you out too, so you could have your own person.
And
I wouldn't be
everybody
surprised if I
give
sold
me
myself
an
out.
athletics or acrobatics check as all of a sudden the ship shakes violently to starboard.
Oh!
Vlas the ass grips the table, planting his feet firmly, stopping himself and the table. Mac goes flying against the wall.
I do a backflip and fall into the wall.
Is everyone all right down there? It's a bit choppy.
Aridin,
I don't think-
much like Vlas, keeps his feet firmly planted and holds onto the table.
A bit choppy.
The concussion's back.
Well, I can tell by your groaning and whinging that none of you are dead, so I shall continue.
Got you. Okay.
There you go, buddy.
Much better.
Yay!
All right,
We're-
resume.
We're not mad. We'll just silently judge you, behind the scenes.
Hey,
okay.
Continuing the dramatic pause really quick, because I noticed here a couple minutes ago I accidentally clicked on the stat for my athletics, and I guess it's been showing up as expert. Is it supposed to be that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
You have... essentially, you're an expert in athletics.
You're really good at it.
Yeah, when we built your character, because a lot of your stuff is built around grappling, knocking down doors, throwing barrels. So I made you an expert in athletics.
Are you sure he should be an expert then?
I didn't say he's accurate. I just said he's good at throwing, or he's good at lifting.
The athletics part is the lifting. The throwing doesn't involve the athletic skill.
The aiming is a whole different situation. Okay.
I'm gonna throw in a party.
The
All right.
DM just letting you know that if I get up and leave, that means that whatever D&D version of Skip the Dishes means that it's delivered a D&D version of pizza to my door or to the ship.
Uber D and Eats.
Uber D.
There is a guy riding a flying Pegasus dropping off food.
Oh fuck! I would take
In the middle of a thunderstorm too, so I'm just kind of imagining this guy who's just completely drenched, holding a box, going, "Your delivery, sir." Just
You better tip well.
Yeah.
Even if the order's wrong.
Wow, they were right. They were right. These pills are awesome.
They're the fun pills.
All right, everybody good to resume?
Yeah.
Resuming in 3, 2, 1. All right, so, Lixandar, you simply put yourself in a stance and you let the movement of the ship flow through your body. Mac, you as the ship rights itself, you pull yourself up from the ground. And Selena,
Unharmed, invincible.
manages to grab onto Vlas and stops herself from going over.
Oh.
That's a good call. He's bottom heavy.
It is. That
I heard
storm's really,
that.
You were meant to. I'm standing directly beside you.
that storm's really getting fierce.
Yeah, you all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. How's Mac? You conscious?
I think so.
No, he answered you.
I can't
Yeah,
tell.
Yeah, you would be. Okay.
What am I?
You guys begin to hear some shrill voices coming from above deck. What's over there? What? Oh. There seems to be quite a commotion, and you all perk your ears to listen. Give me perception checks, please. As the thunder rolls and you can hear it reverberating in the hull of the ship. The storm is right above you. But everybody except for Alexander are able to hear the words "Sea Beast" off starboard. And the ship rocks violently again. Give me your saves once more, please,
Is it a save or a check? Is there a difference in this game? I don't know.
No, sorry, this is just another acrobatics or athletics check. The ship is being violently rocked once more.
Because there is a reflex save.
Yes, that's specifically for attacks.
Okay. Yeah.
Vlas and Mac, you both go flying and take 3 points of damage.
All right, fine. I'll go check it out.
Oh, that's some sea feast out there.
Beast, not feast.
My head. Oh.
That makes sense.
All right, and Eridan, you push open the hatch, and the hatch is ripped from your grasp as the wind catches it. The ship yearns and groans upward as the spray of a whitecap washes over the deck. The bosuns are hanging onto the ropes for dear life. Young Skip at the helm. I'm glad the game judges don't have to score me. Young Skip at the helm hollers, gripping the wheel tightly, his green orcish hands going white-knuckled. As Eridan, you see some serpentine creature fly out from the water, shrieking as lightning crosses behind it. And it arcs over top of the boat, 100 feet in the air, and does a perfect dive onto the port side as the cannoneers all scramble trying to aim. We enter in to a battle, and we will pause for our first intermission.
Go into the intermission,
because
pulling into and doing my best Sean Bean impression. They have a sea drake.
Hello everybody, it's that time of the night where I interrupt to quickly ask you to like and subscribe if you're enjoying yourself tonight. Subscription and a like really does go a long way for us as YouTubers, and of course, if you care to leave a comment about something you liked or didn't like, or any improv challenges that you'd like to see, or one of my favorites, if you want to give us a crafty heckle, because, well, that is part of theater life. But, of course, this request must be met with a successful charisma check. So without further ado, the charisma check. I shouldn't do my own drum roll. Here we go. What have we got? What's coming out? 15. Well, that's definitely meets the mark. I think that's exactly what I got last time. So, if you feel like gently nudging that subscribe button, it would mean a lot to us. This is a perfectly cromulent sale. Now, without further ado, let's get back to the action. Will they be able to fight off this sea feast? I don't know how that... Anyway, let's go over and find out. And welcome back, everybody. So now that we are in halftime, we will begin with Shauna. Please tell us who's in your ranking at the moment? Who's the contender for first? Who's going to be the runner-up that you're thinking? And what are your thoughts on the show so far?
Well, it's hard between Charlie and Alexander. They're really cracking me up, and just giving it. And this is such a fun experience. This is a first for me, and this is to be old school. This is such a hoot, as my grandma would say. So, yeah, Charlie and Alexander, they're nailing it. Everybody else, y'all are doing great too. Don't let me, blindside you. Whenever I was looking at the descriptions of the characters, I mean, Ryan, you're nailing the night not too bright, brother. You're nailing it.
I'm just playing myself.
All right. Thank you very much, Shauna. And Bonnie, now you've got a bit of a harder situation because we that improv challenge. I had a lot of fun with that. It went on a little long, but and that's not a criticism to my cast. That is also I needed the new crew. The new crew has been listed and accounted for. Let's hope they all survive the night. But Bonnie, with what examples you did have, who's your contender? Who are you rooting for?
Well, since for the most part people have just had to not fall down so far, we're looking a lot at Alexander doing a great job of not falling down. Curtis, decent job of not falling down. Everybody else, everybody's staying in character really well, and you're all contributing and doing a great job. So we're all pretty even keel right now. Looking forward to seeing some weapons in the next little bit here.
Oh yeah. Well, don't worry. That is about to happen. And so, minstrel, as you are ready, get that music going, and we are going to begin our first encounter of the night. Not modules, as...
And there's my pizza. I shall leave the music playing while I go get it.
No, come back.
Well, I don't know.
The Sea Drake was delivering his pizza?
The Sea Drake was delivering his pizza for some reason.
Oh no, it struck down the Pegasus.
Was that its way of knocking to let us know it was here?
So, Eridan.
I could feel so bad killing it.
You have just come up from below decks. Everyone else is currently below. I realized blast the asses in here. Oops.
No, I'm here.
But you're not on my map. Alrighty, so please, everybody, give me initiative.
Also, I think just in universe, we might have to break a rule. I think my familiar summon has its own movement I have to make it do, but realistically, it's just stuck to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's probably just gonna move where I go. Ooh.
Yes. Very nice, Mac.
I'm good at this.
Thanks, Eridan.
Sorry, guys, I'm just too good at this.
So, Mac, you take the first initiative. However, you are still downstairs below deck, but you can hear by the shouts from above that you and your friendship might be needed. There's some sort of sea beast or possibly sea feast. It was confusing.
I gotta go see if that's the concussion or not. And I run upstairs.
Alright, so Mac and Nitches, you two run upstairs, jumping out from behind from where Eridan was standing. Eridan, the kobold and his puppet push past you.
Also,
And
is
Mac,
this my movement, just to clarify?
It will take most of your movement, yes, to go up the
Okay.
stairs. But remember, it is a 3-action economy, so you can keep moving. And Mac, you see some large beast grab onto the side of the ship.
Well, that seems bad. Uh-oh.
You think?
That's a wild concussion illusion.
I'd really appreciate it if you could get that thing off my ship, please.
Why would he want a sea feast off his ship? I'm about to go up there and see what's going on.
I mean, I got an idea, but you guys won't like it. You guys are gonna be really mad at me. I'm gonna do it anyway. Flaming spear on it.
All right.
And that is Actually, hold on. I'm within 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm. The whole ship is only 20 feet wide.
Cool. You create a spear flame in a square within range. The spear must be supported by a solid surface, so it's gonna be like right on the edge. Such as a stone floor. The spear deals 3d6 fire damage to each creature in the square where it first appears. Each creature must attempt a basic reflex save. And then as long as I sustain it and they're still there, it keeps hurting them.
Excellent. All right. Sorry, Ryan, how big is your flaming sphere?
It says it's 1 square, but I mean, he's like in the cusp of the square because he's a big boy. 1 5-foot square.
Very good. So, this
Sounds like he's
big
overcompensating.
black dot
Yeah.
is a flaming sphere. And anybody inside of it on the start of their turn must make a save.
Well, right now they gotta make a reflex save. And then
Excellent.
on subsequent rounds, when I sustain this, I think it's on my turn if I choose to, like, keep it up. It doesn't. If I'm reading that right.
Sorry, once again, what's the save check?
Reflex.
What's
I'm
the
trying to
DC
find
they're
it.
trying to hit? What number?
I don't know, it's not showing me. There's 19. Dang it!
Alright.
They're too slithery. Well,
This sea drake just simply splashes water upon itself and saves itself from taking damage. Is it half damage though on a success?
no, it's just no damage.
Okay.
It's really mean that way.
All right.
Alright, well, I mean, and just, it's your time. It's your time to shine, buddy. I don't know if he's on camera, I can't see, but he's gonna just shoot. He's gonna shoot a blast. Oh no!
All right. So niches.
That's a really bad blast.
Niches ends up targeting you, Mac.
Traitor!
And you take 4 damage from your own Eldritch Blast. As the puppet obviously is confused about what to do. And
I know
possibly
we're both blue and scaly.
only wanted to speak, but the Eldritch Blast came out.
I'm a credit to the team, guys. I'm helping, I swear.
You put a flaming spear next to a cannon.
Yeah, it's gonna work really good.
Well, that flaming sphere would have burnt whatever food is in the feast.
That
What are
was
they doing
you?
up there?
That was you? Oh, God. Of course it was you.
I said you wouldn't like it, and then I did it anyway.
Of course I wouldn't like it. It's my bloody ship.
Yeah, but I did it anyway.
Who's letting Mac cook?
And
I
the sea
am.
drake flies over top of the
Oh, my
ship.
foot's cramping. Ah!
It lets out a howl.
No, this is all too loud.
Mac, Eridan, your reflexes are tested as this thing reels back, and while the thunder echoes, suddenly lightning spews from its maw, covering the ship and arcing around in the raindrops.
Ow.
Reflex save?
Actually, don't make the save. I believe I can do it automatically.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty.
Alright, I'm doing great.
Alright, and
Ow.
All right. So it lets out a blast of lightning. And suddenly the whole ship seems to rock.
No, don't like it at all.
That's 29 total points of damage.
Come on, lads, keep it steady!
Oh! Immediately.
Oh, wait.
Two of the old men, the bosuns, Humpa and the old man Peggy, they fall to the ground, twitching, lightning arcing over their body.
I just
An old
realized
man
that did
Tim
double
of the-
damage.
Of the cannoneers. Sorry, Ryan, what was that?
Did that do double damage? Is that 44?
Yeah, the niches got a critical failure.
Oh shit, I'm downed.
That's just niches though, not you.
Ah.
Or wait, what's your
He just doesn't have health, period.
Oh yeah, you just took you've taken 29 wounds out of 50 hit points, so you got 20 hit points left. Niches, unfortunately, has suddenly disappeared. So, I know it's not a proper etalon for canon's sake, but essentially the puppet just like slumps down in your hand as if suddenly his invisible strings have been cut.
Oh no.
He fainted.
He fainted. Thank you, Curtis.
He's concussed too.
All right. And so, this thing remains there, and we move on now. Vlast the ass, you've just something crackled, and there's a very mild thunder sound, and you hear people screaming above deck. Lights flashed before your eyes like a sudden lightning storm. Vlass, what do? You're below deck. Eridan, you saw him recoil suddenly as if shocked.
What in the hell is going on up there?
Well, just thought we'd throw a party. Invited everyone, including a sea drake. I know how it is.
I knew he said feast.
A sea drake. You can make steaks out of that. Hang on a second.
Now you're thinking.
All right, I'm coming. Give me a minute. I'm gonna
Vlass
go
the
ahead.
ass, it takes additional movement to push past, to go up the narrow stairs, and as you come out on deck, near where Eridan was, you see Mac, a little worse for wear. His puppet seems to be smoldering, and you've never seen a puppet look so downtrodden, but somehow the puppet is sagging. A couple of the cannoneers that you had just met lay incapacitated on the ground, and above you in the air is this vicious-looking aquatic dragon. You can see static electricity flickering from its maw. It is currently 60 feet in the air. There are two sets of cannons on both the port and the starboard side. There are ballistas in the front and the back. You know you've got your dragon blood dagger, but 60 feet in the air, you doubt you are going to be able to hit this thing unless, of course, you either climb the crow's nest or find some other way to lure it down.
Trying to sit here and think. All right, I've got an idea. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna grab this cannon, and I'm gonna shoot a cannonball at it.
Feel free to move your token for me.
Yes. here. And then I'm gonna.
So, Vlas the Ass, you are suddenly met by Mr. Fit, played by Alexander, and Peggy, played by Ryan.
Oh, hey, look.
Goddamn monster out there!
Yeah, I see that. Shut up and load the cannon.
I don't
All right.
remember my grandchild being so big.
Vlas the Ass, with your help, they use your athletics check instead of theirs to prepare the cannon.
And
Vlas the Ass, you eagerly load in another cannonball as the two begin packing in the powder and preparing the shot. Eridan, you're seeing stars, and as Vlas pushes past you, you suddenly get a lay of the land. Vlas has now moved to the cannon. Mac seems to be sulking. The strange sentient puppet seems to be smoldering in his hand. What do you do?
I am going to move. Move to 25. Move here. And then he said he was 60 feet in the air?
Correct.
He's out of range of me throwing my shield, so use another action to move here and start futzing around with that ballista, making sure everything's loaded and ready, and then I'm just gonna like swing it around and start cranking it and aiming at the Drake.
All right. Eridan. While you're doing that, you manage to get... it is a two-man job, and unfortunately the only person on hand is Nathan Fielder, the treasurer, who was hiding behind the monstrous ballista.
Hi, I'm Nathan Fielder, and I went to a really good boating school.
Load the ballista!
Eridan, now at the ballista we can use your athletics check to prepare the bolt. And
Better him
wind
than
down.
me.
Well, Nathan simply tells you where the Drake is positioned, because he's not that strong and not helpful with lifting.
Now, I'm gonna give you a 5-step program on how to take down this Drake, but you gotta follow it exactly, okay? Are you with me?
Shut up!
Alright, Eridan. So, the ballista is prepared. Lixandar, you have seen Vlas the Ass and Eridan and Mac all scamper upstairs. You know now that if this is a feast, it's a bad feast. You're beginning to think you might have misheard.
Maybe what's wrong with the feast is that they're missing music. Can't have a good feast without music.
Alright.
So, what I will do, I'll head up there and play them some tunes.
Alright, Alexander, you pop your head out, and this monster is 60 feet in the air, shrieking. You see Vlas has gone to the cannons, Mac looking dejected. And Eridan pointing a giant ship-mounted crossbow. And please give us a performance check.
Oh my goodness. Mac and Niches must have eaten too much. Eyes are too big for their stomach.
So, Alexander, you know that your flute is only... in a storm like this, you are not going to be able to soothe the souls of the entire ship. So, who is it that you would like to help with your performance check? Vlas on the cannon, Mac with his... whatever he's got going on, or Eridan over at the catapult. Or ballista.
Everyone looks so busy. Mac, Mac, are you conscious?
Yeah, but Inches is, he's feeling a little floppy tonight.
That's okay. I'll need your dulcet tones to help me soothe this beautiful sea feast and
My
save
time
it.
has come. Ah! I'm singing!
Alright, so Alexander starts playing a beautiful melody, Mac, that calms your nerves, and with the aid another action, he will be able to contribute to your next few rolls.
Because I need that.
Niches is currently incapacitated, but he should have your... I gotta change his initiative anyway. Great you doing that. And this brings us now to... Skips action. There we go. I see. So, pardon me. So, Skip, the waves are rocking the ship. You think back to all the few times your father ever let you hold the wheel, and everybody mocking you as you fumbled, and the wheel, the force of the wheel and the waves against the keel almost broke your arms. And now you steel your resolve against these waves, and you hold your own. The ship stays true, and the cannons do not suffer any additional penalties as you keep this ship stable. Too many S's. All right. And now the sailors all use their turn and point the cannons. Do their best to point the cannons towards the Drake. They take aim. Vlas helped them prepare, so now the cannons fire. Cannon 1 misses the Drake.
Uh-oh.
And now we go to Vlas's cannon, which has the aid another action. So the Drake. Forgive me, dramatic pause. That was my bad. Originally, I was doing this so it was an attack on on the character sheet, but it should actually just be a reflex save on the Sea Drake's part. So we're going to quickly retcon that. So the first cannon the cannonball whizzes past the Drake as it whisks off to the other side. Vlas, you ready your cannon.
All right. Okay.
And unfortunately the Drake nimbly dodges.
Goodbye from Mister, alright?
Yeah, I see that. Thanks.
Fire
I
2.
hit it.
Fire 3. The Drake dodges. Fire 4. The Drake dodges. It seems pinning this thing down with the cannon is going to be much more difficult.
Oh, great.
Don't just stand there. Reload the cannons. You put out that fire. And you help Vlas.
That being said, now, the sphere of fire in and amongst the cannons. Vlas, with this sphere, you will have to move out of the way if you want to keep using the cannon. Otherwise, or you'll have to move out of the way if you do not want to take damage. Otherwise, if you want to continue using this cannon, you will begin taking damage from the flames.
Well, to be fair, it's if I choose to sustain it at the start of my turn. So I can just say it, I don't want to sustain it.
The glass doesn't like fire. No.
Oh, don't step into my ball.
Alright. Now, out from below deck, there is the cluttering of hooves. And quickly coming up and taking shelter under one of the sails, Mac, Selena sees how wounded you are.
Don't worry, I'm invincible. I got this.
Thank you.
What, you think just because I'm a lizard, I know all other lizards?
That's a little insensitive there, Skip.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, are you guys really pulling a Harley Quinn on me?
Do-
I know
do-
y'all watched that episode.
Do you know
I've never
every
seen that
orc?
show.
No, we don't naturally assume you know every orc, and just because and that's a drake. It's not even a dragon. Kobolds actually have a tighter community based on dragon kind. Drakes are more animalistic rather than full on dragon mentality. So that's wow. I expected
Okay,
that.
now listen. All kind of like dragon kind is kind of hot. Let's be real.
Alright, so with that, you hear Selena clamoring above deck behind you. It's
Okay.
like, stay with me, little one. I'll take care
All
of
right,
you.
we're resuming then. So
We are resuming. Sorry, not you.
Okay.
And with a quick, she lays a hand on you and one on Niches, and you can feel positive, radiant energy healing your wounds. And you see Niches suddenly perk back up and come back to you.
Oh, he's re-rotated.
And with that, we go back to Mac. It is your turn.
Thanks, horse lady. Watch this. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Don't watch it. I actually prefer if you look away from that. I didn't do anything.
Okay. Selena puts her hands over her eyes.
Sorry.
The rain beats against the deck of the ship. The sailors screaming. The bosun's trying desperately to keep the sails from being torn. Mac,
How far away is this stupid snake?
it's 60 feet in the air.
Jeez. Let's do this again. It's friendship beam. And I can click it. Yay!
And with that, a blast of purple energy spews out from the puppet on Mac's hand, causing the sea drake to wail. Mac, roll your damage. The sea
Guys, I
drake
hit
more
it for one.
snarls than wails.
Alright, let's count my luck again. I can't find the window. Let's do it again! And, do this. Just quick change to crossbows.
Alright, Mac.
Oh, why'd I roll that? I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
All good. Mac, unfortunately, with a natural one. Right,
I'm doing
so-
great, guys! I saw her take those earbuds out. That means I'm doing my job.
Alright, so, Vlas the Ass, you take 8 damage from a stray crossbow bolt.
The dragon thing did it! He has a crossbow!
Yeah, blame him. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
You did, I swear.
And the sea drake crosses over. The sea drake now lands on deck. Only inches in front of you, Vlas.
Oh, also, I chose to not sustain the fireball, so it's just gone.
Thank you.
I think that's how it works.
All right. And the sea drake targets you, Vlas.
Oh, lovely.
You see, this thing snarls. You can still see the lightning flickering in its maw. And it leans in to bite you. Dealing
Son of
a nasty blow that Vlas drops you to the ground.
Oh no.
Alexander and Mac, it suddenly whips around with its tail.
Oh, here I go again.
Hitting you both and sending you and knocking you over.
Whee!
You both get knocked over, falling prone. As the sailors all scream, the rain continues to beat down, and you see Vlas fall to the ground, his entrails becoming his extrails. You know that this is not going to be a good night.
Actually, I'm sorry. I need to ask something real quick.
Yep.
During my attacks, didn't I have some kind of bonus from the song?
Yes, you did.
I don't know if that would change my hits or not, but...
It wouldn't change. The misses, I think, were a little too far off for it to...
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to check.
No, I thought of that a moment ago, too. And then, like, oh no, an 18, would have at least needed a 20 to hit from Xandar's aid another. And with that, the Drake remains on deck. Vlas the ass. You lay dying, unfortunately. Your life playing before your eyes. You suddenly go back to being a child orc, and you remember picking your first lock as your crazy uncle cheered you on. That's my boy! That's my boy! Eridan. This thing is now on deck. It is a much easier target.
Spin the ballista around, aim, and fire.
All right. So, Eridan, give me one athletics check, and you add a +1 from the aid of Mr. Nathan Fielder.
15.
Do you see, we're going to call it a dumb sea drake,
16.
and that way it's legally a parody.
I'm in hell. I can still hear him talking.
Well, that's because I'm standing right next to you. You don't have to be rude.
Eridan. All right, so... the sea drake... You fire off at the sea drake. And the ballista pierces it. There is a sudden howl as a bolt with 60 feet of rope embeds itself into the sea drake's scales. The howl echoes, emanating. Everybody covers their ears as this lightning spews from its maw in random directions.
Oh. Right. Kind of fantastic. Grab hold of what's his name, and just kind of like put him and you hold that rope.
Okay. And he just grabs onto the drake's tail instead. I got it.
So, blood is pouring from the wound as this thing howls. And... Eridan, you have one more turn.
Alright. He's within 20 feet of me. Except apparently the range is 10, so I will see if I can. There we go. Move down here and there, so I'm actually within 10 feet. Despite there we go. And once I kind of dismount, shield comes off and toss it at the Drake.
Alrighty. Actually, the attack will have to wait for your next turn.
Okay.
But you can still move within range. Alexander, you have just seen this thing incapacitate your friend Vlas the Ass. Your music does... Although you could see it did give a boost to young Mac, it might not be enough. Alexander, you might have to play a mighty melody, or you might have to attack this thing with your fists. What do you choose to do?
I choose to check my surroundings and see what we can use.
Alexander, around you there are the 4 cannons, 2 on port, 2 on starboard. Behind Skip there are 2 more ballistas. Is also, between the 2 cannons, there is a barrel of black powder used to, of course, ignite the cannonballs. There are a few random ropes, 1 rope attached to the anchor, some crates and some barrels you can hide behind for cover. There are options for strategy.
Vlas is incapacitated, and he's near the barrels. I yell at the husky-voiced bosun who currently has the sea snake's tail.
Hi. I'm Peggy.
Peggy, tie that rope to the anchor.
Okay, boss. Ties it to his leg. No, he doesn't.
Okay. And maybe I. Yeah.
So you use 1 turn to encourage the bosun to. It's actually sorry, I'd need to correct you. It is actually Nathan Fielder who.
Nathan Fielder. It is Nathan Fielder
who has the rope. So he will take his turn removing the rope from the ballista and tying it to the anchor, which actually, according to this map, is right next to the ballista. So that won't take him
very long at all.
Yeah.
You see, every business loves a hero because heroes bring publicity.
So Alexander,
I hate you so much right now.
you use one of your actions gets him to. I'm just going to call it dramatic pause. So you are setting up something for the ship's action. So it's cost you 1 of your 3 actions to get him to do that.
Okay.
He will be able to make that happen on the ship's action.
Okay.
So You now have 2 more turns. You can move. You can try to set up another action to help the cannons or aid another or drag Vlas away. Whatever you would like to do, resume game.
Okay, now let's see. Let's get Vlas out of here. He's hurting bad.
No.
So, Alexander, you get your arms underneath Vlas the ass. You have to be quick. Give me an acrobatics check as you dodge the creature. You get within range of Vlas, but dragging him, unfortunately, won't be a case of acrobatics. It must now come down to your athletics. How well can you move this slab of a human half-orc?
We're doing great tonight, guys.
Who's touching me? Uncle, is that you?
You manage to move him, and you two get half your movement away, and you're able to drag him under the sails and out of harm's way.
Wow,
Vlas.
that's impressive. I wish
Vlas, you gotta lose weight, man.
Skip. The ship rocks, and you can see with everything going on, it's up to you to keep everything stable. Otherwise, things may get dicey. You hold on to the ship for all you're worth, and you keep the ship stable as the waves rock, and nobody suffers any terrain disadvantages as they now finish their prepared actions. So, Nathan, you have successfully tied the ballista line to the anchor. What do you do?
Well, I did my job, so I'm going home and taking a nap.
All right.
What do you want me to do? I did my part, and why are you looking at me for?
All right. So, Aridin, you are nearby. You can see this young skipper does not quite know what to do with a tied anchor and the ballista rope embedded in.
Throw the anchor overboard!
I mean, I'm not the most strongest of guys, but okay, I'll give it a shot.
Alrighty, and
Push.
so with a base strength plus the aid, this young he almost rolls it up over, but the anchor is away, and the tow line begins pulling back against this sea drake. Now, everybody else, the bosuns all work on keeping the guy wires. A couple of the guy wires fly loose, the sails turning up. The ship now currently has no momentum. And the cannoneers, now without Vlas, must do a base check to...
Hi, I'm Guy Wires, and welcome to Sailors, Ships, and Sinks.
Alrighty. And the cannons, unfortunately, are not prepped this round. Selena, seeing the issue, gallops over towards Vlas. Oh. She hums and haws. And targets Vlas and casts Stabilize. Vlas, you are brought back from the brink, no longer seeing these horrid visions of hell.
Oh, how beautiful.
And Vlas, you are healed. Your wounds stop bleeding, even though your entrails are packed back into your guts.
It feels weird every time that happens. Oh.
Alrighty. And now... a rogue wave suddenly blasts the ship. And you are all unsure of what is going to happen. The Sea Drake attempts to launch back into the air. Eridan, you know you can catch it with your shield but it only gets about 10 feet up in the air before it is yanked back by the rope suddenly pulling it back. Mac, Niches, you have an opportunity for a shot. Alexander, you are just glad to see that your friend is brought back from the brink. Skip, you hold on for dear life as you pray to the sea gods that you can keep everybody from falling overboard. As the wave washes over the deck, Skip, you are unable to maneuver the ship in time, and this rogue wave threatens to wash everybody overboard just when the tides were about to turn. And this is where we...
Brace yourself!
The last words you all hear are Skip commanding you all to brace, and we pause our session for the night.
Oh.
Woo, man, this feast is worse than the Red Wedding.
All right, and we will pick up there in combat next session. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And if you haven't already, this is where I'm going to quickly ask you to please like and subscribe, because in order for us to grow our channel and develop as actors, we need an audience. And your likes and subscriptions show YouTube and others that we are worth following. So if you think we're worth following, please do give us a follow. We would appreciate that. And now,
if you don't do it, I'll cry.
I'll let all our cast members say a few words before we go into the judge's final recap. Starting with Charlie. Charlie, what are your thoughts on tonight's game? What challenges is Eridan facing? And give us your point of view.
Eridan is facing a fairly large dilemma. He has always wanted the life of adventure, and he's always wanted to have these types of adventures. Unfortunately, he's also relatively inexperienced, and to say that, to risk a pun, that this is going to kind of like diving into the deep end first is kind of an understatement. It's quite literally an inexperienced Captain America fighting a Drake. Like, I have a shield that I can throw twice, and I'm gonna hope that it's gonna work. Like, so he's just trying to think outside the box and use the things around him. So it's gonna be fun.
Alrighty, Kurt, you're up.
Well, I think Blast is tired of being looked at like he's a meal because he's bigger than everybody else in the group, and I guess he's. But yeah, he was just wanting to drink and take the pills that he found, talking to the gunners, and just have a good night. And then obviously that's not happening now. So that, and I think him and Eridan are starting to somewhat get along a little bit more than they were at the beginning when they found each other whenever they were tied up across the room from each other, giving snarky remarks at the beginning. So, but yeah. And I think he's feeling a little bit woozy too from having his guts sucked up back into his body. So I can only imagine that probably feels a little like, okay. So.
And Matt.
The fates have forsaken me. That was a lot of crit misses. The dice did not like anything I did. If even just more than one thing hit, we would have been in a much better spot, but nothing landed, and in fact hurt everyone else.
Yeah, that's Yeah, that was a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. I'll cast a cool fire spear that'll keep hitting it if it doesn't like move, and then it decides to fly onto the ship. I'm like, well, there goes that. I guess it decides it likes solid ground now. Oops.
Right.
I did the best with the info I had, and that's all you can ask for.
And Lixandar the Smiling Nomad.
Yeah. Maybe this feast is turning out to be a bit more than what we hoped initially. But maybe it'll work in our favor also. Or maybe it'll work to our detriment because we definitely are going to lose the anchor from the ship, which is maybe going to cause problems later. But maybe if we don't think about it, maybe things will work out.
I like your I like your can do with a question mark attitude. Alrighty, and final scoring, starting with Shauna, our performance judge. Please give us your final scores, and if there's any honorable mentions you want to or any notable moments or anything you want to throw in there, please do. Let us know first place and your runner-up.
Kurt is my first place, and Ryan is my runner-up. And that's because they came through by staying in character and adding to the scene that was running a bit slow. So they just kept at it. I appreciate that.
Alrighty, so I notice I closed Fantasy Grounds too early, so I won't be able to add this into your character sheet until I log in later. But so Kurt and Ryan, you guys will be getting gold and silver pieces, and then the rest of you will be getting copper for coming in first and second.
Nice. And I heard there'd be a check.
Oh, no, you don't. I don't have real money. And joke's on you, it being Canadian. That's like worthless.
Yeah, he's got the Looney Tunes money over there. You don't want that.
Oh, ouch.
Thank you so much, Shauna. And now Bonnie. And the second act was much more gameplay heavy. So tell us, who's your first place? Who's your runner-up? And what were some of your favorite moments?
Well, first of all, good job fighting a sea drake without your range fighter. Like, really impressive. Not the most fun to try and do that when you have all close-up people. You got, like, what, a monk, a fighter, or what else? Who am I missing?
A monk, a fighter, a rogue, and a summoner.
A rogue. So, really tricky. So great job, because I think everybody did really clever stuff to try and defeat this guy. So my first place, it was really close. My first place was Alexander, and my runner-up was Ryan, and I think I just sympathy Ryan, because familiars be the worst. They're great when they help you, and then they pass out. So, really good job, everybody. Great work. Yay. It was really fun to watch.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I'm gonna quickly open the floor. If anybody has anything they want to plug, judges included, if you wanted to give our fans and followers any info about your social media or anything you'd like people to know, please feel free to do so.
I'm getting new logos soon, so.
Nice. I'm currently working on a couple of books that I think I'm going to be really proud of. They're really well written. I'm doing the voiceover for the narration for the audiobook versions. But Borrowing Fire by Ben B. Hunan. You guys should check it out. It should be out and completed on Audible by the end of the month.
Nice.
So you guys check it out when you can.
Nice. Way to go.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you next time. We're not going to be coming back next week, but the week after, April 1st. That's not an April Fool's joke. We will be here. And thank you again once more to our judges, especially Shauna, for filling in last minute. Thank you so much. We hope to have you both back again for a future campaign.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Until
you,
next time,
guys.
everybody.
Cheers.
Good night.
Hey, well done, everybody.